ho! It's already begun to happen.
Yeah, it's like
Mr. Benson. It's already begun to occur.
We're playing Gunfire?
No, that's not it. We have to do this brewing show. We have to suffer through it. And then we're going to come back on there and get a big mouthful of Gunfire.
Ooh, look at those suds.
Oh, precious channel. It is I, your internet friend, Jerford K. Horcrims. However it came to be. You have fallen ass backwards into Twitch's brewing show, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated brewmaster Eric J. Benson, Azerbaijan, The Edge. We've got it all. We've got it all. And of course,
wait a minute. There's something that didn't feel right.
The notorious EJB.
Oh, there we go.
Now, you're like, wait a second. I don't recognize any of these names.
Yeah.
But also, it should be said, Rex Verity, Major Death, thank you so much. It should be said, the silent partner. Always lurking, always judging. Here on the secret side of the apparatus, Mr. Josh Price, whose tireless advocacy resulted in the return of the show that you are now, quote unquote, enjoying. Now, what is the purpose of these toils? What are we trying to get at?
I'd love to know.
God damn it!
Could you tell me?
What's it all about?
I mean, why are we even doing? Why?
Neon Graveyard wants to know what it's about. Well, I can tell you. Its entire purpose, lock, stock, and barrel, end to end, is to give you that which you already own. The art and science of brewing. Of course, we adhere in all things to the monomyth. If you're familiar with Joseph Campbell, we sort of get into some of those concepts. Each show has a rich narrative arc, and you're gonna strap in. It's like a roller coaster, and you're just gonna ride this motherfucker all the way out. We're gonna go through a gaudy, strange sort of clown mouth situation.
Oh God, no! Oh, it's now I'm having nightmares.
In the monomyth, that's the underworld.
Yeah.
See, it all interlocks, people. It's one thing. It's one myth if you think about it.
Solid.
Just to give you a preview. Of course, first we're gonna tap and sample essential oil, brew that we concocted very recently. You can see the recipe we put together right there on your screen. Umbral Alderman, thank you so much. And then we're going to cook up something entirely new. And then come 1:30, it's Gunfire Reborn on the sauce.
Like midnight.
Yeah.
yeah.
On the sauce.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This is going to be a hell of a run.
It's going to be hot stuff. Now, let's start where we start. Now, should we get the ingredients in?
Yes.
Then we can do double duty.
Yeah, exactly. We're optimizing and we're efficient here.
Hit it.
In this brewery.
Absolutely. John Blee. Thank you so much for rolling through.
We are brewing today hazy recollection, if you will recall.
Ho ho! You
ho.
Still got it. Oh shit! We're doing the lemon drop today.
Yeah.
Were you able to get more for dry?
Oh yeah, that's great.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, this is really true to the kind of style we are. Really, basically using pale malt, a golden promise to make it a little bit sweeter, but that's 90% of the grain bill, and we threw a little bit of wheat in there, just to add that characteristic, just a fine line of that characteristic.
A little bit of wheat mixed with some hard liquor.
Yeah, I mean
that's the product.
Yeah.
But also a big part of it was, we're big fans of Idaho 7, have been since we started to see it in indie stuff. Maybe 3.5 years ago is when we really started to see it come up, but it was still pretty rare. You see it every now and then. It's like if you know type thing. But the lemon drop, historically very hard to get, and we were able to get sacks of it.
Yeah, and it was great. I walked into Micro Homebrew, and I'm just looking through, the refrigerators of all the different hops, and then I just lean over and scream. I literally yelled through the whole store, filled with small amounts of customers because of social distancing.
Indeed.
But everybody looked over, and I'm like, lemon drop, and everybody's faces,
they lit up. Oh, they hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Ho ho.
And the guys, and Tony and the guys were all like, yeah, lemon drop.
But see, obviously on the show proper,
Yeah.
This would have been when we had popped it out and then done some measurements on the scale that we retrieved from the set that Clues made for us. In the meantime, my suspicion is that right out of the bag, the lemon drop is pretty fucked.
Yeah, it smells amazing. It smells like a lemon drop. I mean, it's just bonkers.
Yeah, as we've said, sometimes these things require poetry.
Yeah.
To sort of like get at them, right?
Yeah.
Not lemon drop.
Not lemon drop.
Not lemon drop, not Citra. Some of them are just like, hey, what the fuck's going on?
You don't have to be like, oh, this is earthy or this tastes
no, you don't have to like fruit. Gesticulate at it. Yeah. It's actually that. Yeah. So you want to pop that product in there?
Oh yeah.
Right. Let's get it. I just realized that I was actually like wringing my hands like just like a supervillain. Like right before I reveal my plan, and we're just literally talking about some flowers that were pelletized and some grains that he's going to put into a plastic box and stuff into this instrument. Now, do we have a camera that's attached to the rest of his apparatus, Mr. Oh ho ho? We do. I can see already he is undertaking a dark work that they're on the device, but he can, holy shit. Well, yeah, see, so take a look. This beer is mostly Golden Promise. Take the ABV is 7.5, and you can look in there. We're not adding sugar or anything else to the boil or in secondary. And that's the type of grain bill it takes to get up to there. It's pretty hefty, as you see, maybe an inch clearance up at the top. I know. If you will. Calfo, fear not. We have the only Eric Benson on the market, as far as I know. Like, we are a exclusive provider of all things Bensonian. Movies, it's going okay. Happy late birthday. Beep, beep, beep. I see some temp sensors. We're starting to move north. And that's what we like. That's what we like. And I can see the shadow of a Benson shifting and writhing in the reflection. True horror. EMW says, Eric Jerry picked up Minion Masters within 2 days. I'm already at almost level 30. That's an incredible run. That's just the quarantine has taken something from all of us, but it sounds like it's given you an incredible new hobby. Yeah, Minion Masters is completely profoundly underrated in my opinion. And I think that once they're mobile, there's a beta running for it now. I think once their mobile iteration of that comes out, and then all the rest of the platforms inherit some of those UI improvements, I think it'll finally get its moment in the sun.
God, I love that game.
Oh, it's fucking sick, dude. All right, hey, so that initial task, having entered into the dough in, it was exquisite, by the way. Thank you. See, you got it right off the tap. Look at the head on this motherfucker. Now, do you want to swap? Let's swap back to the essential oil recipe, and let's sort of go down it before we pour.
Yeah. So this is a crazy beer, and it screws with your brain because it's a stout. It's a blonde stout. Well, it's a blonde-ish stout.
Yeah.
It went a little darker in color.
Mostly for theoretical reasons. For instance, North, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, we did that basically so that for a narrative reason.
Right. It was for the Modrons. This is the oil that keeps them running, right?
Exactly. Too bright would have been odd, but we wanted to keep it in the range while still doing a play on stout, right?
Right. And what's wild about this beer is the body. It is a thick, creamy body, like a Guinness. And that is just does not compute with your brain.
Exactly.
And the color and the style.
But with the the clear nature that, I mean, it's darker than it could have been.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's, for a stout, I'd say it's on the lighter side You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And this was Maris Otter, Victory Malt, Crystal, and Flaked Barley. So it's a very bready and toasty flavor profile.
Oh, see, I was trying to figure out some of these notes. Okay,
Yeah.
so a cool, like a kind of a funky ass 5-tier malt bill with
Yeah.
sugar to boot, just to
Yeah.
get us
Well,
up
yeah.
to almost 10%, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be bomb playing Gunfire. Just
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say because I had a sip yesterday, but I wanted to see the rest of this. Oh, it's the flaked barley. That's the other note.
Yeah.
That's the note I couldn't place just because it's new for us in a brew.
Yeah, this is very much like drinking liquid bread.
Yeah. Thanks for the sub. Okay, so let's take a look at this bad boy. First of all, lovely, lovely rich color, right? But again, not in the stout thing. I wish I had yours at that temp with that carbonation, right?
Yeah.
Because once you're creeping up to 9%, I'm missing something in the overall thing.
Yeah.
I think, but now I'm going to taste specifically for that flaked barley.
That's real good. Like,
so,
okay.
Do you drink? Should it go into your lungs or should it go into the other?
I mean,
how do you do it?
Depends if you're a Modron or not, right?
I guess that's true.
Right. I mean, sometimes you got to fill your lungs with beer, and that day is today.
So what is going on with this?
I don't know. It's like it's just so interesting because it warps your mind because a stout shouldn't be this color.
The nose is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like the nose doesn't. This is like snapping me in half.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's light. I mean,
I can't stop taking sips. It's just like
I just want to know, right? I just want to know what's happening in here. But I think that flaked barley, it just has a different. Barley just has a different bite.
Yeah,
barley is barley in the grain world, right? Barley is a rough character compared to the rest of these like fancy pants brewing malts that we have that have been engineered to within an inch of their lives. Right. Barley is a rough character just in terms of like what it imparts. But holy shit, man, this hits like a hammer. I probably should have had a snack.
Yeah, I had a quick PB&J before this because I'm like, oh god, we're gonna be playing Gunfire right after.
But that barley adds a meanness, I think, to the profile. Like
I pictured drinking this camping for some reason, and I don't know why.
Because it's cold and you want to stay alive.
Well, that yes. But like it's thick, it's rich, it's rich.
This is one of the foodiest beers that we have.
Well, remember we used Maris Otter as the primary and then coupled that with Victory. So that is bread and biscuit and toffee all day.
Oh yeah, the middle of this, even without that carbonation, I'd be so curious to try it at the like level of carbonation that you have at home. But yeah, I think that when it has the lower carbonation and then it has this level of ABV, it flattens out pretty fast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because this is just perfect here.
Holy shit. Yeah, this is profound.
Yeah, I am all for this.
Yeah, I think the barley is what comes in and gives us a little bit of the bite. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, Lag, that 3 Rammer Minion Master deck is just simply amazing. You will crush people with it.
Yeah, the roasty bite with the rest of the body, I'm still like, it's not bad, but it's just not, it's not on model.
No, but and the thing that's really screws with my head is the color of it. Like this should be super dark.
Yeah.
This should be like black.
The level of cognitive load that
Yeah.
this beer provides is incredibly high. Gamer Gout, hey Jerry and Eric, I got my wife into the Ack Inc. VODs, and she's interested in trying out some of the recipes you've been making. Thanks for all you do. It's our great pleasure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is like the best part of my week.
Yeah.
I love this show.
And feel free to send tweets if you have questions, because we'll always answer them.
No, man, it's great. I wish I could have it at full carbonation, but that's a wild ride. And that roast character plus the soapy body gives it the industrial lubricant vibe.
Right.
Right? Because it has that sort of dark burn, and then it has the rich body, like it, and honestly the color is almost perfect. If you pour out that castrol or whatever, right,
exactly.
Color, I wasn't even trying for that. I mean, that's just the channel obviously fixing our problem, right?
I mean, it's technically you chop off a Modron's head and tip it upside down, and this is what comes out.
Oh yeah. If you were to get Modron's lunch money,
so to speak,
type situation. Ian W., have you unlocked the other classes yet in the game for later? Oh, of course. Come now, sir. I'm not any kind of crazy pants level, but I have the bird.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, having engaged directly with the fruits of our labor, let's see it. Hey, now Josh, can we take a look at the grain bin? I want everybody to see the color off of this wheat. Woo! Look at this.
Talk about haze.
This is not something that we have had in there yet, I don't think.
No.
I don't have a single memory of this up top in the basket, right? And especially as it's spring, as it's starting to warm up finally, like just the lemon alongside the wheat. Oof.
Yeah. I am excited for this one.
Yeah, that's going to be a killer one. And obviously the Precious Channel enabled us to a certain extent.
Absolutely.
By letting us indulge in our worst propensities. But Idaho 7 and Lemon Drop, again, we try not to just do exactly what we want 100% of the time. Right?
But this one really came out kind of spectacular.
No, this is another great one.
And remember, we're going to be dry hopping too with even more Lemon Drop.
Oh yeah, I know. Can you imagine essential oil on a nitro tap?
Yes, absolutely. 100% I could. Like it should be on a nitro tap. It would be
so nice.
Phenomenal.
The head would be, I mean, it would be a flawless experience. Basically, it would complete the magic trick of the blonde stout to have it fresh, to have it pushed through the tap, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that I like what I'm seeing on this on this brew cam. Now, where are we going to today?
What? That is a good question. What lore do we want to explore?
Indeed. Hey, now movies. You wanted to know how old Tycho and Gabe are in Precipice. You've been curious for a while, and I thought assumed early 40s, but wanted to satisfy your curiosity for sure. For us, I mean, I've always sort of pegged it at the age we were when we started doing that work, and so for me, it was always early 30s. Okay, now.
Okay.
It seems like there's a boost to promote the stream.
Oh, and
32,000 of these pennies.
Listen, I already put 2,000 in.
Have been heaped in. God bless. Now,
that's pretty cool. Okay, so what lore do we want to explore today?
That's right. What's it going to take to get you into a Cadillac today?
Right.
Well, here, let me first of all, let me pull up my text file so that I can enter the data you crave in there. Now, what are we looking for in terms
We
of
actually
in
did
terms
this.
Of a vibe?
No, signing bonus was, I guess, the first franchise milestone, Graham Baxter. You when you got signed to AC Inc.
Yeah, signing bonus is actually right there.
Yeah.
And there is another beer. There's another beer in there in our history. It's the beer that it's the recruitment beer.
Wasn't that signing bonus?
I don't think so. Because or maybe signing bonus is a specific example because one of those, it had a different vibe specifically because it was intended to be localized in various ways.
Right.
So it's possible that signing bonus was the one we were thinking of, but in terms of the lore, obviously signing bonus would be one, right?
I'm going through the list and there's way too many.
Yeah. Well, Graham Baxter, there is crazy lore on one of them where it's basically you get this, like if you've been with the company for like 10 years or something like that.
Right.
It's basically impossible.
What the hell was that one? Yeah.
It's basically impossible, but if it happens,
shit, what was that?
You get like some hardcore shit. Like you get some great stuff. But yeah, I mean the truth is the lore goes back a while, and it's real good. It's real good.
Yeah. 1,000-year promise. That was not it. Lore's favor. Jesus. Anyways,
yeah.
Where do we want to head today?
Anywhere we want. Can you boost your own stream? Is that like wearing your band's T-shirt?
Yeah.
I guess I'm definitely. I mean, I'm wearing my C Team. I mean, that's basically my band. I'm wearing my C Team shirt as well. So
we're gonna PCU this.
I have nothing to say about it.
Gutter is a tool. 1 foot in the glaive. I forgot about.
Yeah.
Great name.
ASG. Well, yeah. I mean, off Saison. Oh, geez. There's so many fucking badass.
Right.
There's so many fucking badass.
Stout for blood.
Here.
Stout for blood. Stout of this world. Come on.
Quack of Dawn. Good Lord.
Remember Welcome Home? That was the PAX beer we made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then In for a Penny, right?
Yeah.
That
shit
one
is still in the lot. Is still lagering.
I know. It's still lagering. It's going to be a moi. For beers, if you made anything that Numinous Primp would keep in his home, guaranteed. We've done all kinds of wizard shit, all kinds of potions. So what do you have fermenting right now, Eric?
Everything? No.
Yeah, you have a couple. I know.
We have Brew Site, Johnny Brewmonic, Old Lang Syne, and Wishful Drinking.
Old Lang Syne for a
It smells so good.
Yeah,
it smells so good.
I bet it works. Now, so all we're looking for right now is we need a vibe check.
Yep.
What do we want as a hook for the next one? Ithuin, I think continuing with the potion theme is great.
We could do a potion.
Yeah.
We could do a spell. We could do we've never explored a class. Like, what if there's a class that like fighter or bard, or what would a bard's drink be? Right.
So this will be 2-tier.
Yeah.
2-tier. Berserker. Oh yeah, that works.
Graham, yeah, we're waiting to do. I said we'd wait to do a Bobby beer until
we can get him on.
Xavier can come on, and then we can.
Yeah, I can feel a bard vibe for sure.
Yeah, but I mean anything, right? Like we can do any class. We've never really done just a beer surrounded around a class before.
Yeah, class is in there, so this is definitely going to be a 2-tier vote for sure. Yeah. So because each of these is going to have, I'm just going to start it.
Yeah,
Because each of these is going to have a secondary vote afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just see which of these two,
Totally.
which flavor they're feeling now, and then we'll just, much like when we have a list of names that's too long, then we'll just go to the next one.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
Oh, Josh is not wrong. So if it ends up being class, which I mean, I suspect that may occur, let's reel it back in when we have a chance to do the second tier of voting. Mm-hmm. And that class is called Warlord, Josh.
Yeah, Warlord. Yeah.
Warlord is, I mean,
it was a war priest.
It's unconscionable.
Someone here may be offended that they got taken out. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because the reason it's important to me, obviously, I liked the power source thing, and I liked that there were different types of healers.
Right.
Because your party always looks a certain way, mm-hmm. and part of the reason it always looks a certain way is because it's not viable if it doesn't have certain things.
Right.
And so this
party composition is real.
Yeah. This gave you different ways to get at the same thing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right. So that means there were basically you had healers, but that healer could be martial, mm-hmm. Which would be, that's the warlord, mm-hmm. psionic, divine. I mean, a divine healer is basically what we think
your classic. It's your classic.
That's your classic setup. Yeah. But the idea of the martial healer is so beef.
Right.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Wow.
ASG, you know what? You're going wild. You're going wild. It's going to be class.
I like it. So what classes do we want to bring up? Well, you don't have to do all of them.
No. But we can definitely, much like potions, we can continue to iterate this on as we go forward, right? Wouldn't that be a cool set?
Right? To do the whole line of classes?
Well, it'd be so fun to curate a 6-pack.
Yeah. That's a great idea. That's a fantastic
Can you
idea.
imagine curating it? No, God, you know what it would be? Because this is how they do it now. And we've discussed this before. There's an aluminum shortage.
Yeah.
And it has an effect on your business when your whole business is putting liquids into aluminum cylinders.
Right.
And so, but there is a scenario where, can you imagine doing a 4-pack, like doing a party?
Yeah.
4-pack, and then having that thing have 4 beers that are based on classes.
God damn it, that is awesome.
Wouldn't that be a treat?
Yeah.
Talk to 2 beers. Next time we talk to 2 beers, we should say, let's try to cook up a real collab. Maybe even we should just put them in touch with Wizards, and then we'll handle the design.
Right.
Anyway, so classes.
Anyway. So I'm already. I always play a wizard, so I'm already voting
Wizards classic for sure. I'm going to put in Bard for kicks.
Yep.
I'm going to put in Warlord.
Just to bring it back. I like it.
Just to bring it back. And let's say Rogue, because we've already done the Human Fighter. We actually did Human Fighter already.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. Way back. We had done one that was like that. What's that? Do we want a 5th class, or is that good?
Let's do a 5th class. Throw in Sorcerer. Sorcerer. Fuck it.
Sorcerer is cool, but
no, Barbarian. Put a Barbarian in.
Or do we want to leave Barbarian for when Bobby comes on? Probably.
Right? We're gonna do Bobby Juice, right? Like that's
yeah, it'll be more specific, won't it?
More specific to his character, I think. I think this is gonna be a more general. Paladin.
All right, chat.
Right.
Bust it.
Listen, next week we can do the rest. We can add the.
Save Files is coming with Ranger. When I put Ranger on, trust, there will be no other choices.
Yeah.
I will just say we are doing Ranger.
That's it. We're done here.
And no doubt Voodoo Ranger would appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. But like we have more Gaines beer, but I didn't want to start brewing that till after the pandemic.
No, so honestly, dude,
you can come back up.
Honestly. I don't think I've played a class more than Ranger.
Really?
I think most of my characters.
No kidding.
Yeah. I think most of my characters have been Ranger. I've dipped into Druid a couple times.
Huh. Not the answer I was expecting.
No, it's just so good. But I mean, I've just been playing for a long time. The favorite enemy is too good.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's such a freebie, right? Like instant character moment, just instant. I can just choose this, and then I can just go back to some point in the character's history and come up with the inciting event. It's fucking baller. I mean, Ranger, essentially, like when you look at action heroes, like as they're rendered in cinema and novels,
right,
they're Rangers. Essentially,
they're Rangers. I mean, I mean the antithesis. Of this is Aragorn, right? Aragorn. Like, exactly.
Of the long-lived Dunedain. Yeah. You know, thanks for this 10% beer that's transformed me into a fucking idiot, Eric.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm getting there, and I can't wait to shoot crazy things in this little world we're gonna be playing in soon.
Jesus Christ! All right, now Rogue You, I'm down to clown. You know, I actually have. There was a lady that was making D&D themed teas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Liquid Assets. Yes.
Liquid Assets.
Liquid Assets. That was the one.
Nice.
Great recall.
Yeah, there's a few places that do rogues themed tea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Friday afternoon tea. Oh, yeah.
Yep. They've got some. In fact, I think that is the one. Yep. That's it. That's the logo that's right on my thing.
Is that Lisa's and Hannah's thing?
I think so.
We can have them on. I'd love to have them on.
Well, yeah, I would love to make tea.
Yeah.
I would love to do an infusion as part of the boil.
Yeah. No, Lisa plays in my vampire game, so
well, there you go.
We can get her in anytime. I'm sure.
No, she'd love to. Yeah, but I have a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
Just because it's cool. Now. Ink. Dark Sun. Yeah. Dark Sun is serious shit. One of my favorite characters of all time, who I'm not going to say the name because it's deeply shameful.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to do it.
Wait. Hold on. Is this from history's past? You won't. This
is my high school character, the character that achieved the highest level of any character I've ever played, because Chris Perkins and J. Craw never give XP. If they gave XP, God only knows what level Omin would be.
I don't know. You guys have gotten
But Centilla Gravador is easily the highest level character I've ever made, and that was that specific character was a druid, but her brother was a ranger, also in the party. Yeah, that's right. We're getting into some real shit.
This is great. I'm logging all this. This is getting written down.
I had a good time. Hey, so we're gonna go with the Rogue You, which is fine.
Perfect.
I'm down to clown on the Rogue You because there's so many great hooks. Like Rogue is essentially the perfect choice, as happens so often whenever we give the channel the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Rogue is actually the best choice, because there's a lot of ways that we can, quadrant one enhance the concept.
Right. Okay. So, God, what kind of styles fit?
Exactly. So do we start with poison? Right?
Mm-hmm. So we're putting juniper in this?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm saying rogue poison.
Yeah.
No, we're going to put special B in it. Yeah. Yeah, I went there.
Thanks.
So, but yeah, poison would be the first vibe. What would be another good Rogue You hook?
Sneak attack, easy.
Oh yeah, sneak attack is a great hook.
Right, comes from behind.
For something that you were gonna drink.
Yeah, it just comes up and hits you like a freight train, and you don't expect it. So it would be like
we've made those.
It would be like a pale ale, like a high ABV pale ale. Like you're not expecting that.
Well, yeah, the one that like the most horrifying one would be a saison that was actually a high ABV. You would never, you'd
yeah.
smell it, you'd be like, oh, I smell some peppercorns.
Yeah.
And then you would die. Those would be the 2 stages.
Yeah. Wow, this tastes like delicious orange and pepper. Yeah. Actually, holy shit!
So
hold
nice
on.
to see you.
Hold on to that idea. Orange and pepper. That sounds great.
I mean, rind, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Orange and pepper rind.
Yeah, a 10% mean ass saison.
Okay. What else can we go with? A sneak attack. We have.
Well, or hide in shadows. Right.
Shadow step.
Well, but basically the idea that they hide, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
But or is that concept sort of subsumed by sneak attack? Maybe. The secret idea, I think, is in there.
Yeah. Oh, thieves can't.
Oh, thieves can't.
That's a great
that
one.
Is very interesting.
Thank you, chat. That's great.
Yeah. Now these 3 are kick-ass.
Yeah.
Let's just grab one and dial it in. Double knives, double IPA. Yeah. If we want to do the sneak attack, double IPA would be like the more demonstrative version of it, right? Yeah. Icon, I would consider the oil that you use to maintain your equipment if we hadn't just done essential oil.
Mm-hmm.
Same. I mean, I totally get it, and I believe it. Yeah, sneak attack, it depends on the version, Josh, but sneak attack it could be either way. Sneak attack can be granted by hiding or under other specific additional conditions that typically require them to be preoccupied with another opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you have advantage, let's say, you might be able to use it. Sneak attack and thieves can't. I mean, obviously very tasteful, curatorial selections from the gallery. I'm going to give that another 20 or 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty close.
Advantage. Exactly right. A can of can't. A knife fight is appropriate given the theme, Alderman. Uncanny Dodge, obviously a classic.
Yep.
All right, so they are maintaining it as they go up. So 5 more seconds, and then the clicking will begin in earnest. They want the thieves can't. Man, that's a crazy fucking idea.
Yeah, I think it's pretty slick.
I'm not mad at all.
No.
Right?
How could you be?
But how do we encode secret information into
a beer
beverage? So thieves can't is for those newcomers among us. Thieves can't. Yeah, saison is still absolutely a go, I think. But thieves can't is essentially something like a language that characters get automatically.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, it's part of being a thief. Essentially, the idea is that you can hide your conversation in plain sight.
Right.
Because thieves can't is a blend of euphemism and gestures that allows you to encode. It's essentially steganography would be the technical term, right? We're hiding real information inside another piece of data.
Okay, so here's a cool idea. I don't know if this works, but it's a pale ale with multiple flavor additions, like strawberry and rhubarb additions. You know what I mean? So we can do multiple, and we've never done that before. Like a chocolate strawberry, right? Or a cinnamon.
Yeah, so we're hiding something in. So similar to a blonde stout. So
we're hiding something in plain sight, essentially.
Exactly, hiding tastes.
So it would be a pale ale with multiple flavor.
So we're gonna take a classic style.
Yep.
And we're gonna hide novel tastes in it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That's the first option.
Okay. What about?
Oh, yeah. See, I was going to say, so what if you had to eat something to bring out the secret flavor, like salt or bite an orange rind? The,
Oh,
the,
that's fun.
the truth, Josh, is that we actually made something along those lines
Hmm.
that had the whole thing in one taste. So a goza,
Yeah.
sort of seaside beer, has a little bit of acid, salty tang alongside a fruit note, and it is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orion Rogue. See, I was just gonna say Orion Rogue is we're right on the page here. Orion Rogue. If I hadn't just drank an entire glass of 9% blonde stout that we made for Modrons, it'd be different.
Oh God, what else could we? I
Roush
mean,
beer. Yeah, yeah. Breastfeed is like, what about a Roush beer? Ask for beer, get bacon for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
a sausage you can drink.
yeah, yeah. We've done a couple Roushes. We could go with an imperial stout, cloaked in darkness, and then the flavor comes through as you kind of pierce the veil, right?
Yeah, that's true. You could hide some. You could cloak it. You
Yep.
could cloak because there's flavors that stouts don't touch,
Right.
right?
Like a raspberry stout, like or a strawberry stout. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Cinnamon stout? I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. All right. I'm liking that. So we'll hide them in a pale ale or in an imperial stout. Is there another concept?
Mm.
Datatech wants to know: is there a way to get the hops to smell and taste very different? Absolutely. So there's multiple stages of hopping
Mm-hmm.
during beer, during the boil, and there's a stage of hopping that occurs after the on what they call the dry side,
Yep.
right? So if you've ever heard the term dry hopping, they're referring to adding hops, just like we're going to do with hazy recollection.
Yeah. We have 4 different stages of hopping in
Right?
hazy
Yeah,
recollection.
exactly. So do you want to break those down just
Yeah.
for the group?
So the first hop that goes in at the boil at 60 minutes right away once it hits boil, and that is for
You're bittering,
bittering.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has a little flavor, but mostly for bittering. Then we can do a 10 and 5 minute boil additions, which is flavor and aroma, and then a steep or a whirlpool when it's getting drained out into the fermenter, which is all about aroma.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other addition we're going to put in is the dry hop, which is in the secondary fermenter, which is going to give us all flavor and aroma.
Right. So because it's not being boiled,
Yep.
we're
No
extracting
bitterness.
exactly.
No
We're extracting something different
Yep.
from the hop. So
Yep.
that dry addition is more like an infusion, like you'd
Yep.
have with tea.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of people are down to clown with this strawberry stout hook. So let's just get out. Are we looking for a pale that's got something a little bit off style, something novel? Are we looking for a stout?
Yeah.
And cloaked inside that darkness um, is fruit flavors and things that we can take it to a really cool place. I have never once seen someone mess with fruit tastes in a beer that dark. It hasn't happened once. And I'm not going to say I drink beer professionally, but I don't fuck around.
Yeah, but
Like I've had beer before a couple times.
I drank it once or twice.
Yeah, right.
Maybe 3 times.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna say, Cookie Mom is saying if you want to get weird, you might include a Miraculin in a sour style of beer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But sour beers are the devil's piss. we don't fuck with that on this show. That's not true. That's not true.
We've done sours on occasion.
It happens. Yeah, you could make an imperial. Graham Baxter, you could absolutely make an imperial red. Yeah, that's totally a thing. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Angus is right. You're gonna want to get out your notepad, get your stationery out, and start considering novel names right now.
Right.
Clove could be Clove could be whacked out, but I still expect I consider clove to be sort of in that middle to dark stage.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think we've established what they want here.
yeah. So my friend Virgil, Booze. Ben, come here. Booze. I know. Sometimes people come to the house and it's a nightmare.
Oh, times. That's awesome. Clove and dagger. Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. But anyway, so no, my friend Virgil is like, he just sent me a text and he's like, hey, is Gunfire Reborn good?
It's like, and how do you respond to that? It has to be like,
well, I'll tell you how I respond to it.
Did you send him a picture of the Holy Grail?
No, I just gifted him a copy. I don't got time for this shit. $12. You know what I mean? It's $12. You just go install it, you goose. All right. So, hiding tastes in that Imperial Stout. Okay, we have got this. So, first of all, let's build us a great stout.
Yeah.
Now, and you know what? Here's the best part. I wonder if the right call, Mr. Benson, is because we can get to the dark. We can get to that upper tier SRM with a very, very small addition.
Oh, easily
of the dark grain, which means that it's looking like that. Essentially, we're talking about the blonde stout in reverse.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking about
doing it right.
A stout pale.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we come in with cool, like neat fruit flavors, like up to and including. Obviously, we can get there via hopping. There's definitely going to be good choices. But we can also, I mean, honestly, can you imagine going the compote route?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like actual fruit addition in dry.
Yeah.
Let's consider
Absolutely. It. So do we want to start talking about
let's build our stout
first or build
let's build a good tasty stout with the knowledge that we want it to take it to the next level, right?
Okay, cool. So let's talk about our ABV with an Imperial. You're looking at 8 to 12%.
Oh my gosh. That's right. They want Imperial. It's so brutal.
I mean, we don't have to do Imperial. Did we vote Imperial?
We didn't. No, we're just hiding it in a stout. I say all we're going to give them is a range of ABVs, right? So they'll answer that for us.
Okay, so let's just do the American stout. I mean, still, an American stout is 5 to 7, but we can go above and beyond.
Yeah. So I'm going to go 6, 8, 10, 12.
Okay.
We want to make something crazy. I'm just saying, like, because to my mind, it's like, what are we hiding in this?
Right.
Like, we can hide a number of things inside this. The truth is that stouts don't tend to be super high ABV unless you're getting into Imperials.
Right.
They're actually, despite their reputation and visual appearance, they're quite drinkable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Frosty, listen. I love what you're saying here. Is it too late to make this alcohol free? Because Secret Society is such a good rogue beer's name, it'd be a shame to waste it. I love it. Well, I like the idea. Think about the hook here. Now, the truth is I have had this fantasy multiple times, Enrique, and that is that we brew and carbonate, but do not ferment.
What?
Yeah. I'm talking about a wheat soda.
I mean, we can make it happen.
I'm telling you. So Brenna, on a lark, purchased a near beer.
What?
Non-alcoholic beer.
Like an O'Doul's?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
And it tasted really good because malt is good to drink. Yeah. For the same reason it's good in a beer. It just tastes good. Right?
Right.
I love this. So I am going to say that let's make something, and you don't have to take this task on entirely yourself. I am just saying I love the idea that in the Thieves' Cant concept, if you order one of these for you and your compatriot, they bring you something without alcohol and something very strong for the person across the table.
That's great.
That is a gruesome story, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so it's about it's very Fight Club in that respect, right?
Oh yeah.
It's about
absolutely.
the hidden info. Well, they want 10, which is perfect for my story, frankly. So what it means is when we start speaking this way, we make that order. Our target gets 10 ABV, and we get 0 ABV.
Okay, so let's talk about
ASG is saying there's a Japanese wheat malt tea that I loved and drank all the time in summer, which is called muhicha. Yeah, there is there's a really amazing Korean restaurant over in Redmond called Stone.
Oh man,
and their barley tea is out of fucking control.
I miss Stone.
It tastes so good, but I'm telling you, after I put down some of this non-alcoholic beer, I was like, malt soda, yes.
Like, yes, like yes. I get it.
Well, no, I mean it would be really good. It would be kick ass, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so 10 ABV, perfect. This is perfect for the hook.
Right. So classically, it's about between 30 and 40, and that really kind of falls in right to where we want to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could make this blonde, I guess, if we wanted to.
Nah. It's got to be. It's got to be. Right. Yeah. And then we get there with the smallest amount possible. Right. And we're tucking a bunch of other stuff inside that band of data, right?
Right, exactly.
Sure.
Get that, sir.
Yeah, Gamer Gout, honestly, the sub-story of ordering in a specific way and getting
right.
It's legitimately scary, frankly, like in real life. Yes, exactly, Graham. Ryan Rook says, this needs to be Darkwing Duck dark.
Oh, either that or Howard the Duck, one of the two.
Yeah, that level of dark.
That show was dark.
Spooky. They're looking for 40.
Okay. I mean, that makes 100% sense.
Yeah. So
IBU wise, it's usually between 35 and 75. So kind of really the world's our oyster with this one. We could lean heavy into the malt or use the bittering agents to kind of put the malt on the back burner and bitter and let the fruit kind of shine through.
Right. So there's something hidden in there, like something surprising in the glass. It's like, oh, that's very interesting. It's all of these things are misdirection.
Right. So it's like, oh, bitter and sweet, right? That would be your higher IBU and fruit.
Yeah, that's like, look at the monkey.
Yep. Or is it just a subtle? It's like when you're subtly drinking the poison and you don't realize it, and then it hits you. That would be the low IBU.
20, 30, 40. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Well, no, exactly. Lag Demon, this is exactly what I'm saying. So wort is the term for the beer before you ferment it, right? And so that is completely drinkable and delicious food, right? Think about what it's made from. You have essentially made a very complex tea.
Yeah.
From grains and hops.
Yep.
Yeah, Graham Baxter, that's a kick-ass idea. So essentially the poison comes to your table in 4 different dishes.
Yeah, and then you have to have them all. Yeah, that's really great.
Exactly. Yeah, digital punch and vibe. Brewers make wort, yeast makes beer. That's a very good way of putting it. Oh, Ryan Rogue, this is good. A little like bitter almonds. Oh no.
No. Shit.
Yeah. Oh, so they're looking for the 20, which means that we can make this really, really good. Right. We can mess with some other tastes in here. Yep. All right. 20 it is.
So let's talk about our, God, we can do anything with these base grains. So a classic stout is going to be built with a 2-row. So that's on the list. Clean, crisp, balanced. That's where your 2-row comes in.
Yeah.
We could go with Maris Otter again if we wanted to. That's, always a classic.
Maris Otter is biscuit?
Yeah. It's still a pale, but it's, a little more malty.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on putting Munich in as a?
Munich is a great base.
Yeah.
What textually should I offer? In terms of a base, like taste notes.
Oh, it's
pretty rich, if I recall.
Malty, nutty. Yeah.
All right, that'll be solid. And of course, we're gonna bring that SRM through the floor, with a custom edition of a darker malt.
Absolutely.
And it won't take much. I mean, we gotta hit 40, but it won't take much. Blue malt, thanks for the stuff.
We could use chocolate malt, black patent. There's so many different ways to get down there. I mean, you could do a ton of Crystal 180.
Yeah.
120.
Yeah, they're in there wrestling. For it.
Yep. Oh, Munich is running away with this one.
Oh, it's kind of out of this group, it's the wild child.
Well, it's a surprise. It's a surprise attack.
If you will.
If you will.
Angus McDonald, do a ton of Crystal 180. Sounds like a drug moms were afraid of in the 90s. Yeah, for sure. Street drugs. Munich it is.
Cool.
Did you figure out your grain camera shit?
Yeah, I'm almost upset about it. Like it's working.
It was such a great character moment in your arc before.
Yeah.
All right. Now, so that's good for the Munich.
Okay.
Get that in there in the base.
So we'll add some Munich in. So here's the thing with stouts, you don't have to add a lot of extra malts. You can do a two malt stout.
Really
you can do a single one. Yeah. So let's talk about what characteristics we want to add.
Crystal Light Asthmatic Games. Holy shit. That was a constant. Like, we were never without Crystal Light. My mom was fucking crazy for that shit. She went nuts.
I'll throw a special B into this. This is going to make this taste
so good.
This is extreme caramel flavor and boost the malt. Then we can do special roast, which is going to be the toasted biscuity flavor. Or, what are your thoughts about flaked oats?
Well, I love flaked oats. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is really to add like body and mouthfeel and head retention for the beer.
Yeah. It adds an oaty character. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, a little bit.
Would you say that it adds kind of an oat vibe?
Yeah. It's like a oat. esque. You know.
I mean, oat adjacent.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
No, not Garfield's sidekick, you goose. Jack Lemmon. Come now, sir. Graham Baxter coming with the Imperial porridge. Yes.
There you go.
Let's deliver it. We can deliver that today.
Today. I gotta stop drinking this stuff.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm not touching it. I'm leaving it alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead in gunfire in 2 minutes.
Well, we'll protect you. I will come very near your corpse
and look over you judgingly.
No, and I will hold F.
Yes.
Very near. Like I was paying respects.
Yes.
Right. All right. They want the flaked oats. I mean, that's going to be so neat.
Yeah, I like it.
To get the creamy vibe. Yeah, because it's got to be as soon as it hits the table, it's got to be like this is going to be like a cartoon of beer, right? The head on it's going to be slopping out of the top of the tankard, like
yep.
It's like a joke about beer. It's like beer in a show.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the question is, do we want to keep going with the roasted? We could put special roast back into this mix.
Yeah.
Or do we want to go with chocolate?
Here. So special roast.
Yep.
Is going to give us the toasted biscuit.
Yep.
That's one of our basically like SRM dropper options, right? Or increase, I guess.
Yep. Chocolate malt is going to give us that nutty chocolate flavor. Or we could go with black patent, which is a very dry roasted flavor.
That's going to be more like a coffee taste, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's a specific type of almost astringent bitter.
Yeah.
It just hits different because it's cold and foamy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Orion is saying if you want the wild card, toast the oats in the oven before you mash in.
Yeah, totally.
Ungelatinized flaked oats give a lot of lovely method. Yeah, I bet that would be really neat. Oh, dude, Jack Lemmon, I was actually in the Gunfire forums. I was on Reddit and I was in the forums and I saw somebody coming in saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool if more people could play the game at the same time? And I was like, who's this? And I was like, oh, it's Jack Lemmon. It's my literal friend from real life that I happened to see in this forum. Yeah, and they came after you, dude.
Wow, really?
They were not interested in what you were selling.
They were like, Smash TV, this is not?
Yeah, they're like, okay, well, you're gross.
Yeah.
Don't you get your carapace?
Get the hell
and
out
your
of here.
antenna and your chelicerae or whatever your weird ass liquid mouth parts are. Get the fuck out of here. 4 players or bust. Hello, Tal. We are putting together Thieves' Cant in drink form. Gamer Gout, well, right after this show, we're going to play some Gunfire Reborn. So, if you want to see how it looks with 4 players under the optimal scenario,
I don't know. It's going to be a little suboptimal.
Come see us.
After this beer.
We're going to do our best.
Yeah.
Yep. So they want the Choco.
Oh, cool. That's rad.
It's going to be good. It's a little bit smoother. Like the black malt is real and it delivers on a very specific good vibe for porters and stouts.
What were we going for with the SR?
Choco, 40.
Perfect.
I mean, how much does it take?
So here's a quarter of an ounce.
Yeah.
So here's nothing.
Yeah.
Quarter.
Just from the Munich.
Half.
There you go.
3/4. And the full pound. But we're gonna go with 3/4 because it doesn't impart too much flavor.
Yeah, because we still have things to accomplish inside this beer.
Yeah. And that gets us close enough to 40.
Suboptimal. I think we've actually made that beer.
We have made that beer. So now we could say this is done. We don't have to put anything else in this.
That could be our base. Yeah. So if we want to think about what comes next, no, let's say we're done or a specific option.
Yep. So done or a caramel. That would be where Special B would come in.
Caramel.
So it's like extreme caramel.
Yeah. I was gonna put a tasting note in, and then I was like, well, I trust them. I trust them to know what's up. Toast them oats. Orion Rogue pushing for the toast. Pushing for the toast on the oat. I mean, I don't hate it. Exactly, Graham. That's the next choice. So we got our oats. We got our chocolati. Right. We got our Munich, which is already right out the gate going to give us a great classic flavor in a darker beer. Really, we got to figure out what sub note we want to ride along inside there. And of course, the headcanon, right, is that whatever is inside here, whatever's inside this beverage, is either the precursor to a poison that enters the body via multiple vectors,
right?
Which I definitely like, but there might be something in the beer itself that isn't poisonous until you hit a certain threshold. There's a lot of things like that, actually. Yeah. But that would be great. And so whatever that taste is that we get, like that strawberry taste or that banana taste,
that's the point where your eyes widen.
Exactly, and that's where it's like, and it's like this, over time, like that third one. That's when the taste starts to get really bitter.
Yeah.
Yes, alcohol is a poison, correct. But I don't mean that type of poison. I mean the rogue type of poison. God, I'm loving the hook for this so far. It always gets good.
Right.
Now, so what fruit do we want in there? Like for our headcanon,
right? That
is like the precursor event. Something fruity, something sweet. Because remember, you got to want it. It has to be a good beer, actually, outside the headcanon. But inside the headcanon, it's got to be that thing that like hooks them and drags them along for that second or third one, right?
I think strawberry would be really neat to play around with. That's one vote, or one of them.
Yeah, inside of a chocolate stout, I've never fucking seen it. And we know we can get that sterile compote from Micro Homebrew.
Yeah, black currant. Yeah, that's a good one.
Black currant would be a classic British approach.
Yeah, I've done a ton of lagers with that.
Yeah, that's a classic in traditional styles. Black currant is not weird at all. No. But it does have kind of a neat vibe, and you can sort of see how, as it would build, it would offer up something else.
Yeah.
What do you think about banana?
I love it. Fucking why not?
I think that could be really interesting, right?
I've had one banana beer and it was really good. It was stout.
Plum is sort of, plum would work. It'd be like a plum tart, right? What do you think about plum? Darker, richer?
Yeah.
And it's a little bit outside here. I'm going to take a look back in the chat and see what's out here. Yeah. Plum it is. We got 2 votes for plum. Yes. Yeah, Fox, of course. There's lots of yeasts that offer banana as a note for
absolutely.
Free.
Yep.
Right, but depending on the fruit, depending on the fruit that we're adding, I don't think we don't want to get there another way.
You can do a bold banana flavor, right? Instead of a kind of
lingonberry would be wild.
Oh yeah,
agreed. But that's on that tart, astringent side, right? Graham Baxter, my grandma had gooseberries in her garden. It's a really like a foundational memory for me.
Yeah,
getting them out of that
Yeah.
little package. I've always loved that type of shit. Graham, I definitely see it, but banana tastes are very common in Belgians, and they work great.
Yep.
So I think as long as we don't overdo it, the rest of what we have here, banana and oat, I think is
neat.
Ball in. They want the blackcurrant, and I don't hate it because it's gonna have that pub. Like for me, it's gonna execute that vibe. Baka says, thanks for the sub also. But got anything that pairs well with the crushing existential dread one feels when turning 40? Hemlock, perhaps? Hashtag decrepitude. This is dark content for a Tuesday afternoon. You can get blackcurrant. You can get what we need to do the blackcurrant edition.
Yep. Super easy.
Honestly, I've liked 40 and after. I've actually really appreciated. Mm-hmm. I hated. I detested being young, frankly. I guess I keep telling my eldest, it's just like, listen, you're like me. You were 40 years old when you were 5. You just have to wait until your age matches it up,
comes up,
and you'll be like, okay, this is it. I get it.
Right. So, what flavors do we want to go for when we think about our hops?
Yes, exactly right. Because it's not our IBU is only 20, so
right.
This is just there to inflect and go along with the rest of it, right? I like earthy.
Earthy, okay.
Yeah. But with the chocolate and the blackcurrant, I want something that has earthy spice underneath it to sort of fill in the third part of the diagram.
Okay, so a classic one would be Fuggles.
Yep.
Right. I mean, it's earthy, woody, and spice. Mm-hmm. Is what you're going to get off of that. We could go with Magnum. We don't. That's too much.
Yeah, we don't want that. You wouldn't be able to add very much.
Yeah. Columbia.
Yeah. What do you got there? A little pine?
Yep. And what do you think about Apollo?
Apollo is big.
Yeah. Columbia is going to give us a little bit of citrus, but not too much.
So yeah, Columbia has some citrus, right?
Yeah. And Apollo is citrus, grapefruit, orange, pine, resin, and cannabis.
There we go. So it'll give us that herbal. Can you give me those notes again?
Yep. Citrus, grapefruit, orange, pine, resin, and you can throw cannabis in there if you really want to.
Funny. What was the hop again?
Apollo.
Yeah, that's right. It's just not common for us.
Yeah, I don't think we've really used it much, if not once.
I have definitely had fancy pants beers that have leveraged it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be neat. Yeah, most people are not interested in the Columbia option. They either want the base from the earthy woody spice of the Fuggle, mm-hmm. or they want the crazy pants burst of the Apollo.
Yeah, I mean either one works really, really well. We don't lose
CBD. Yeah, there you go, Mike. Infused with CBD, the poison of the drink. It's pretty funny.
That is good.
Right. So basically, Beckenbauer. So good to see you. Yeah. So right. But you can sort of see that, like that sort of soporific effect, the relaxation, everything is fine.
Yeah.
Easy target. EMW wants it to taste like black currant and hamster cage. So I think it must be.
Yeah,
so you must have voted for Fuggles then. I see. Yeah, number one.
I mean, that's what I want my beer to taste like.
Beckenbauer. So this is Thieves' Canton. So there's a few different head cannon options in here. It's a stout at 40 SRM with 10% ABV. And the idea is that you can order this, and if you order it at a place that you know and knows you, they bring you the same drink, but it's not alcoholic. And then your target gets the other alcohol, and there is a slowly building poison in there. It's like you pull this trick when it has to happen tonight.
Right.
Orion Rogue, come now, sir. Alternating current. It's not time for naming yet.
But keep that on the back burner.
Yeah. Write that on your stationery. Yeah, the Fuggles. I think Fuggles is a classic taste for this.
Yep.
That's going to be so nice under there. God, it's going to be good.
All right. So let's get to the yeasting.
Sheena Yeaston?
Oh, yeah. Sheena Long. Okay. So, classic one. Actually, let's check out Imperial first. Wow, where is Imperial? There we go.
Good, Kevin. Upgraded to great, Kevin. Let's take it this way. Angus McDonald, 9.6. It's not impossible. Well, Thieves' Cant is on page 96 of the 5e PHB, so that would be nice if we could get it close to 9.6 intentionally. I mean, that's close enough to 10 to be where we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm going with that. One would be is Darkness.
Oh, yeah. What are the notes on that one?
It matches up perfectly with roasted and caramel notes. So we get the roasted from the chocolate that we put in there.
Well, and the Munich has got a caramely type 5 too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Darkness is almost perfect for this beer.
Yep.
What else you got? And obviously, if there's any suggestions out there, yeah, Orion, we've used Darkness as well. Last time I used Darkness, I cracked open a can.
Yeah, right.
It in there, right? It's been a ways back. Xenon, it's entirely possible. If we're hooked on Gunfire Reborn, it wouldn't surprise me if Gunfire Reborn ended up in there. Tomorrow's Strip is certainly about it too.
Okay. Actually, we could go with the British Ale too, or a British Ale, just a regular British Ale, which is fruity, tardy, dry, and crisp. The British Ale 2 is going to be malty and clean and crisp. So one's going to be dry and one's going to be malt.
So malty and crisp?
Yep. And one's going to be very dry and crisp.
Oh, exactly. So it's mouthfeel.
Yep.
Obviously, Karma is caramel, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mess up. Yeah, save files. I have unlocked Dog and Bird Dude. Mike loves Bird Dude, but that's because his style, and this has been true forever in shooting games like this, he likes mid to close.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be as far away as possible. So for me, out of the three options between the cat, the dog, and the bird, the cat is the only really viable.
Right.
It's the only really viable option for the long range.
EMW, I'm mid. I really like being mid.
what are your good weapons that you like? That weapon pops out and you're like, ooh.
The corrosion daggers, and 2.
Oh yeah, you love the bouncy ones. Prism.
I love the it's not the Star Destroyer. It's the one electric gun that you can open up the portal and shoot through it.
Lightning Blast.
Lightning Blast. Yeah. Those are my 2 favorite.
Yeah.
And the dynamite gun is really fun.
Oh, concealed ammo.
Yeah.
Well, it's really fun, and the DPS off of the toss is nuts.
Oh, it's astronomical.
All right. Well, hey, listen. I think it's darkness.
It's the darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I believe anything comes up.
Oh, what an incredible product.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so have we reached?
Look at that.
This is going to be delicious.
Yes. 100%. It's going to be amazing.
This is legendary. This is going to be another festival winner.
Yeah.
Output product. Now, so now we need your cleverest names. You've heard the lore. You've been enriched by it. You've maybe even contributed to it. Now, what should we call it? Cloak and Stagger. Oof.
Oh, that is good.
A man with a +15 illusion ran you through to the final boss. God, I can only imagine. Illusion is hardcore.
Can of Cant is good. We should.
Can of Cant. I love it. Alternating current.
Shrouded meat. Yeah, alternating current.
Now, Cranston, do we want current to be spelled the other way?
Yeah,
or do we want it to be ENT? I'll change it either way.
Can't you see? Thieves can't even. Can't handle this, right? Sleight of tongue. Yeah. Yeah, I think you end it with the ANT.
Well, good, because that's what I already typed. Can't touch this.
Thieves can't brew. Nice, Chris. Barely invisible. Nice. Thieves Kirk can't.
There is a really, really cool sort of like independent metal outfit. I think it's a married couple called Buried Alive, but it's it's BERRIED, and then most of the song names are weird fruit puns. That's really good.
Amazing. That's brilliant.
I'm loving it.
Struck in Fuggles. I don't know. This is very Metallica.
Okay. It's really, really, if you like math rock, like super technical metal, that's exactly what that shit is. All right, got a healthy, robust offer.
Yeah, here. That's a good set of names.
Mm-hmm. I think this is on track to be a classic.
Yeah.
I love what I see up there. Man, that's a lot of Munich. That is going to be so good.
Yeah.
Beckenbauer, that brings me delight. So what are we thinking here? Oh no! Cloak and Stagger is running away with it.
I don't think we even need to go any further with this one.
Cloak and Stagger.
I don't know. Alternating current was.
I thought alternating current was a chew-in.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, Ink. This is the show. If that's what you want, we deliver it routinely. Yeah.
I don't think there's any. I don't think.
I like the eighth. I'm still a fan.
Yeah,
I'm gonna die on this hill. I think it's amazing.
Well, no.
That's funny, Safe. I'm into it. Now, that being said, I think we have come to
I think we got it.
The finale of our program with Cloak and Stagger, another classic beverage cooked up by the Amber Council. Thank you so much, Precious Channel. Now, know this. We aren't actually going anywhere.
No.
We're going to close down our stream. Mike is going to pick it back up, and then Mike, Kara, myself, and Eric are going to show you what we've been doing the last several days.
All day.
Inside Gunfire Reborn. So imagine something like Hades as a 4-player shooter, where you're getting artifacts, you're getting items and weapons, and sort of putting together builds that you hope will let you contend with the boss of each stage. Like, it's really, really hot.
Yeah.
So hot. Orion, always good to see you there. Always good to see you out there. Hey, so let's go ahead and roll this down. And then, of course, we'll be back momentarily.